What's going on, y'all? So listen. We are back. We are back again for the season finale review of season 2, episode 16 of Queen Sugar, Dreams and Variation. Let me tell you something. Just take all my tears, okay, bitch? I should not have to get myself together before I come on screen, okay? You know, this Capricorn thug ass bitch, okay? We don't fucking cry like that, but bitch, I'm sitting up in here like, God damn it. You know, it's just a lot to take in. This show is kind of heavy and emotional and all that, but it's just good TV. And I wish that it could get nominated for like Emmy Awards and stuff like that. You know, of course, it's gonna get nominated for the NAACP. Bitch, it better, okay? Because let me tell you something. Darlene, Charley, she was up here acting her ass off. Ralph was acting his ass. Darla, bitch, give Bianca Lawson something, okay? All right, Mister. Everybody on this goddamn cast are just showing this is how you fucking act, bitch, okay? You had to emote the emotion. You want your audience to feel it, okay? You want them to cry when you cry. And I said, bitch, I did. You know, I ain't even gonna fucking lie. I felt the whole thing. You know, I was mad at the whole thing. We got Blue at the beginning. He playing out there in the yard, in the garden. And then he's talking to Lil Kinky. And he was like, you know, it's a bad word that I'm gonna have to say. But I overheard one of them talking and they said, that damn girl. And I think they were talking about my mom. And I said, oh my God. You know, kids know. And this, they start, I like the fact, oh my God, just figured it out. So they started the episode off with Blue and they ended it with Blue. And it goes to show because, you know, when Blue was at the end and he was asking Ralph, like, you know, where did you go and all that stuff, he knew something was wrong. Even in the beginning, they showed that he knew something was wrong and something was off. Kids can tell, especially when they be in a tight knit community, a tight knit situation, and just the slightest thing can throw it off, and they can tell. And you think that these kids are not, you know, paying attention or whatever. They may seem like it, but they are picking up on the shit that you think they not. So moving on from that, we got Nova sitting down with the reporter that's at her job, and you know, talking to one of the farmers who decided to stay with Charley, and you know, do the milling and shit. And you know, giving his opinion and saying that I don't know where y'all getting this information from about how the mill is broken down and it's faulty machinery and shit like that. But shit, bitch, my stuff been doing good. I ain't seen nothing wrong, nothing break down, and nothing like that. So in the midst of giving the interview, Nova gets up because Darla gets over there. And Nova and Darla had this conversation where, you know, you could say Nova was kind of being hard on Darla, but I felt like Nova was being a sister, a big protective sister that probably wasn't there to protect her brother when she should have in years past, but now trying to make up for it by doing so now because of everything that they've gone through in the last year or so. It has brought them closer together as a unit, probably closer than they ever been. And so now we have a force that's coming in that's kind of trying to break that up. And we already got a whole bunch of outside shit. We don't need shit happening in the inside. And Darla was once part of the inside. But I know a lot of people, or a few people, they feel like, you know, the family is being a little bit too hard on Darla. But you have to remember and go back. The reason why this stuff is hurting so bad is because this is a child that they all grown to love, okay? He is innocent in all of this. And I'm pretty sure people would be pissed off too if you have loved someone so much and you come to find out that it's a possibility that that baby or that person or whatever was never meant for you or it's not yours, okay? You don't know how you would respond unless you was in that situation, but you also have to remember the fact that Darla was a drug addict. And Darla put Blue through a situation that could have got him killed, could have got him taken away or whatever. Darla was up here high as fuck, fucking man right in front of Blue. Okay, putting him in dangerous situations. Now it took a minute for them to forgive her, and then they let her back into the family. And this is just one more thing that they have to, you know, combat. Like, you lied. That's what it is, you know. So that's where I feel like the anger and, you know, probably a lot of the hostility is really coming from, because now they're reverting back to her past, and that is understandable. You know, Nova had to tell Darla about herself and talking about something. You can't come up in this house. Darla said, bitch, this is my home, okay? I don't give a fuck what's going on, but this is my home too, okay? I'm raising my child. Nova had to correct her and say, no, bitch, it's our home, okay? Because my daddy name and our family name is on this lease, not yours. You ain't married into the family yet, okay? And technically speaking, we don't even know if you real up in the family because we don't know if Blue Ralph's or not. I said, damn, Nova went in, okay? And I'm not even mad about it. You know, she was like, girl, I come up in here trying to get my charge. She said, no, you can come back when Ralph get here. So when he wants you to do it, then you can do it. Okay, that's that. If he wants you up in here, you can come up in here. But until then, you're gonna have to wait until he get back. You know, she could have went a little bit harder if you ask me. Like if they was real hood with it, bitch, y'all know we could have went a whole different direction and 10 times harder. We get to this scene with Charley meeting up with Jacob Budo. Bitch, bitch, bitch. Charley girl, I don't know what you're doing, but baby, you need to give me a call and we need to talk about this whole thing, okay? Because you had me scared of you and scared for you at the same time, bitch, okay? Jacob basically, want to partner up with Charley. He was like, baby, because you intrigue me and no, because first of all, she said, how the fuck you gonna do all this after all the shit that y'all been pulling from us, just trying to fuck us over, doing drones and doing all this illegal stuff. Now you want to sit here and talk about something. You want to partner with me for what? He said, because bitch, I intrigue you, okay? Because of the shit that you've been doing, I ain't never seen somebody that's such a fierce competitor just like you. I ain't never seen a woman like you in my life, okay? And to be quite honest, I know that I intrigue you, and bitch, you intoxicate me. I said, I just got flashback to because this is a racist atmosphere, and that's part of the reason why they're doing this because this is a black woman, all right, and their family own their family. I said, get the slavery out of here, bitch. We ain't finna do this master concubine sleeping with the fucking slaves and shit like that. I said, and intoxicate you. I mean, at least you being honest, but she's supposed to be all cool with that. And she was like, bitch, you got your goddamn nerves? Nigga, no, we ain't partners. I said, oh, okay. And then it was so fucked up because as soon as he get through with that, we see a whole bunch of other farmers pulling out. We have this one lady who was talking to Ralph about how her son was in jail, how they had to put a lot of money up, to pay the legal fees, and they need that money because they need guaranteed that money will come in because they have to pay his legal fees. Nova helped out with the bail stuff because of the program that she had for the bail, and that helped in one sense. But his legal fees are another thing, and they need money for that, and so they're gonna have to pull out, and it's another farm that's gonna pull out. She said, bitch, I know you, Ralph, so I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna leave it up to you to tell Charley because I just don't know how that's gonna go, and I don't want to risk that shit. So you tell him. He was like, ain't this about a bitch? Next thing we know, we see Charley on the phone, and she just getting phone calls left and right of people just pulling out. Farmers are pulling out, all the way until there's like 3 farmers left. Okay, we break up that little depressing shit about the work not going the way they working, and I love the fact that they have Hollywood and Vi in here as I guess like a symbol of hope, and a symbol of faith and a symbol of love. Like when everything seems like it's down in the dumps on this show, we get Hollywood and Vi, and they are just, thriving. They are supporting one another. They have their little downfalls, but they lifting each other's up, and they're not so much having bad times like everyone else. It's like hope, like I said. Hollywood playing with Blue and Vi out there watching them and everything, and he gets a phone call from the settlement. He was involved in that rig explosion or whatever that happened. Do I got a bug in my nose? Okay, I don't. Girl, you just never know. Somebody leave it up in the comment, baby. You got critters all up in your shit. You can't go back and edit the shit out. But anyway, that's what happens when you have big ass nostrils. But anyway, he come to find out that they settled, okay, and they're gonna get some money for that thing. Remember when we thought Hollywood was dead? Okay, that thing, so he's getting compensation from that, and then he gets off the phone, bitch. I didn't know which way it was gonna go. He was like, girl, let me tell you something about we about to celebrate because that settlement, they settled for 3 times more than what we was gonna get. I said, well, bitch, what was y'all gonna get? I need to know, because he was like, baby, we rich. We rich as fuck right now. I said, well, can you slide me a few change, okay? Loans, my brother, student loans. I'm gotta get them out. But anyway, he like, I already know what I want. We already loved up and we happy with each other. But sometimes money can make that just a little bit better, and it's gonna make it a little bit better in this aspect, because I'm gonna buy your ass a ring, bitch. I want to be with you and I want you to be my forever. She was like, you already know how I feel about that. He was like, I know, but baby, let me just tell you this. So if you could consider having me as your husband, will you marry me? I said, Vi, get off your horse, bitch, and get on his. And she said, yes, baby. I said, I know that's right. That's so cute. I said, oh my God. Then they was having a little engagement party and stuff. Nova throwing it. And um it was real nice to see, Blue come up in there, Hollywood come in there, they get the party started a little bit. Remy and Charley supposed to come over later and help or whatever, but they was dealing with the stuff at the meal. And they got the champagne flowing and popping and shit, telling stories about how one little bitch tried to get at Hollywood. And bitch, I know how you got your name, because when the lights go out, you just Hollywood. I said, bitch, mama was trying. Was it Roberta? Y'all know Roberta, the thought at the waitress at the thing. But anyway, the one that was trying to hit on my goddamn nigga, bitch. You got your goddamn nut. She's been on my shit list ever since, okay? Since season 1, all right? And I think she only had like 2 or 3 scenes these 2 seasons put together, bitch. But anyway, we get to this interesting pairing of Nova and Remy, because he comes over finally, brings some more wine or whatever. Nova tells Remy tells Unbide that, Charley said, did you get the bouquet of flowers that I got? She was like, I came in, it was a whole bunch of flowers and shit. And Nova and Remy are in the kitchen, and they talking about how, this love that they have with Hollywood and Violet is a love that is rare. You don't see true and pure love like that no more. And somebody that connects to your whole being, your soul, your spirit. I said, what the fuck is going on? I was just sitting here and I was like, y'all vibing. They both clean and shit. I said, ain't nothing about to happen or whatever. But then all of a sudden they start getting deep, and they was quoting each other, like they was finishing each other's quotes and shit. I was sitting here like, you ain't never do that with Charley, Remy. What's going on? I turned back around like, you saw that? You feel what? Okay. Next thing I know, Remy's sitting on the turning with his back face to the window against the sink. Nova's facing the window, and they talking, and they like getting a little bit deeper, and then all of a sudden it was a pause, and then Remy puts his hands on top of Nova. And I was like, I said, okay, and that's, it's just a friend. He was like, you doing all this, and you should be this, and da 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 da. And next thing you know, they hug, and that hug was a little bit too long for me. Till I think that maybe something got kicked up for a couple of seconds. I said, what the fuck y'all trying to do? I said, y'all need to spread, back away, bitch. Give a church hug and a pat. That's what you do, okay? Because at this moment in time, Charley about to get a man taken away from, and not necessarily taken away from, he about to go somewhere else, because he's not getting what he need with Charley. And they sitting there, it's so crazy how they was talking about compatibility and all this stuff, and, people linking up, and I don't know if we ever thought that Charley and Remy were actually good for one another. It just seemed right for the moment. But given how Charley is, I just knew that shit wasn't going to last. I literally said in one of these reviews, we'll see how long this shit lasts. Then we see Charley talking to Ralph about what's going on with the Buddha. Bitch, Charley was in this scene. Charley was like Ralph said, you on your Godfather shit, huh? Because that motherfucker was just sitting up there looking out into space, and when a motherfucker's just looking out in space, and they saying they in deep thought, and the wheels are just turning, and that moment in time, that's when you just step the fuck back, because you just don't know which way they gonna go with it. You let them finish, and when they finish and they call you, then y'all can talk, okay? But he came up in there, interrupted her little train of thought, and she basically, he was telling her what was going on with the meals, she telling him what was going on her side, and how if they lose this one parish, they got these 3 farms that they have left. That's it. Basically, if shit goes awry, keeps going the way that it's going, Queen Sugar ain't gonna be around no more, okay? And after all this blood, sweat, and tears that they didn't put into trying to get this thing operational, it's gonna be a fucking shame. So what she said is, what I want you to do, and I need you to trust me. You trust me? He was like, okay, yeah, what you trying to do? Don't ask me if I trust you and just no. Tell me what it is first, and then I'll tell you my answer if I trust you on it, okay? Because first I'm probably gonna be like, bitch, because you already know I'm probably gonna be like, bitch, what the fuck you think it is? No, hell no. You ain't, you done lost your goddamn mind, bitch. No, hell no, I don't trust this goddamn plan. But, she told Ralph, I need you to go sit up there and take your stuff to the borderline. Not the borderlands, that's them, to the Bulldogs. I said, what? To Jacob and them? Girl, you playing games. What's going on? She said, bitch, I'm finna go into a partnership with them. And, you know, I know these motherfuckers tried to fuck us up, but see, they gonna keep coming like you said. And see, this is how we have to get them. You gotta get them from the inside out, okay? I've done this before. I've done this maneuver before, and I thought about it. I thought about every single fucking angle, every possibility. I said, computation and permutations, bitch, up in this bitch. Okay, you know. She is Charley a Capricorn, cause that bitch was just thinking. Cause we like to go all out. We got to look at each and every scenario. We do that shit. I said, girl. She was like, and it's gonna be brutal, okay? It's gonna be savage, but bitch, we gonna get it, and we gonna come out the victors. I said, I hope so. I mean, you putting a lot on this, so I really hope so, girl. You know, Ralph go looking for Darla, thinking that she at her AA meeting and she's not there, and she was staying with her mentor, the AA counselor, and the AA counselor said she said that she was leaving for the night, and she'll be back in the morning. She just needed to be by herself. Um, After that, we get Remy meeting up with running into Charley, and Charley, Remy was just excited about some stuff that was going on. First he was annoyed, being sympathetic about everything that's happening and trying to, liven it up and be like, we gonna get this done and all this shit. And she was like, he said, I got a plan. Yeah, he was a little bit excited because he had a little plan of some of what they need to do. And Charley was like, no need, don't need. So I already decided what I'm gonna do. I already told Ralph to take his stuff over there to the Bulldogs and, do this shit. Remy was like, bitch, what the fuck? These the motherfuckers that tried to take us out. Okay, they the one that's putting us in this position and you want him to go over there to them. What is it that you actually doing? Okay? And she was like, so I'm just gonna have them to go over there. So you built this build up and making it so that it's for the community, for the black people in this community, only to have them to go over there and bring their stuff back over there to the land. She was like, she said, how do you think that's gonna come off to these farmers, these black farmers? She said, basically, I don't give a fuck because they fucked me already. They showed me how they feel about me, okay? Because as soon as some white man throw out a fucking lie, what they should have known was a lie, and should have known the possibilities and the fuck shit that probably would have went on, because everybody knows how the Landrys work, okay? And they deserted her. They deserted her. They fell in his scare tactic trap, and they deserted her. And he was like, okay, I understand. He was like, bitch, they already left me, so what the fuck? I said, I understand. And Remy was like, I mean, I get it, you hurt, but I just don't feel like this is right, okay? I'm not here for this shit. And at one point, he was like, you know, this ain't gonna work because I don't trust you, and obviously I don't know you, and I thought I knew you, but I don't know you like I thought I did. And she was like, bitch, you never knew me then, okay? And he was like, you know what? I am so fucking tired of trying to prove myself to your ass, all right? So you tell me, do you trust me or not? He said, I don't. Not with this shit. She was like, okay, deuces, bitch. You do what the fuck you do. I'm gonna do what the fuck I do. I said, damn, Nova, come through. Mind you, after they did that, we see a scene with Nova. Is it Nova? Nova was sitting on her computer, bitch, and she was writing up this column. I was talking about racism, and Trump America and things of that such. And she had the lights dimmed down low, had her incense going, her music playing. It was like setting the scene and shit. And I'm just sitting here like, So Remy, y'all already tried to insinuate some shit that was probably gonna pop off between Nova and Remy. All right. So don't tell me y'all gonna move forward on this in this damn finale already. Give us time, bitch. Cause I mean, Nova got an aura about her that just traps them niggas and just woo. I was like, don't let him be the one knocking on the door and all this shit and they get it in. But thank God that didn't happen. She sent the column to her editor and said it's something different from her. It's a slow news day. I guess some time went past and she was getting ready to go to sleep and she gets an email response back from him saying that this is the best article that I've ever read. Ever. We're gonna put this on the Sunday front page or whatever. I was like, okay, cool. Then we see Ralph going from spot to spot to spot. I guess hookup spot, drug spots, all these seedy, shady spots, whatever, trying to find where Darla is at. And he can't find her. He go to the crack house and all that stuff, can't find her. Finally, he goes to this pool area and we see Darla is there. I must say, I am so glad that they did not have Darla go through all her steps and get to this point of being clean and then let this thing right here, which is a big thing that could, trigger somebody and make them go revert back to their old ways. I'm so glad that they did not show that happening right away, right then and there. Because it would have been too obvious to me, or, it was just like, oh, of course she's going to go back to drugs. But instead, she was channeling all that by, I mean, technically speaking, we don't know if she went back and she just was in that pool that time. But, Ralph came down there, spoke to her, and he was like, I've done a lot of things, okay? I had to admit, I've done a lot of things, a lot of fucked up things. I was in and out of jail. I was doing this and I was doing that. And, I gave you shit for the stuff that you did. And after all the shit that you done, I never thought that you was a liar. I never put that past you and thought that you was a liar, bitch. I never lied to anybody about all the stuff that I did either. But, you know, basically what he said was, why didn't you tell me? And she was like, I didn't know how. She was like, so you gonna let me explain? And he was like, when I went down to DC and, I got high, I went to a party with these guys and I woke up. He was like, bitch, I don't even want to hear that shit. Now, that made me mad when he did that because maybe we would have had some more clarity about what was going on because in my mind, I don't know if I was the only one who was kind of thinking this on the line. This, like, what if Darla, because she kept saying it was like a group of men, she don't know who it was, and she was at a party, she was high, and she woke up and she didn't know. I'm sitting here like, what if she was gang raped? I mean, yes, she was high, but what if she was gang raped and just didn't realize it? And that was part of the shame of why she kept it inside and didn't say nothing. And so, if that was the case, and if that would have been the answer, I would have been like, now, how would you feel then? Okay, but to be honest, I'm not gonna just tear down Darla because I understand, Ralph was like, she's like, how am I supposed to say that he may not be yours? He said, all you had to do was say I went up there to DC, I came back down, and I'm pregnant, and it's a possibility that the baby may not be yours. I said that's easier said than done. Okay. Obviously, that's easier said than done when you really love someone and you made a horrible mistake. You risk, there's always a 50-50 chance of either it's going to go okay or you're just going to end that relationship. And she held on and just kept it in and didn't know what to do and thought the better would be to just, let that go. She probably wouldn't told him nothing had her mama said something. And so basically at this point, Ralph said, bitch, I don't trust you. She was like, so we over? He said, I can't be in a relationship with somebody that I don't trust. And that is so fucking true. I can't either, okay? But that whole scene had me in tears because when they was talking, the emotion, I said, are y'all really together? Like, it was like I was really witnessing like a real life breakup, like for real, like these are real people. But anyway, Darla going through the motions and stuff, and he was like, so what about Blue? It was like, when he gave that line, blue blood is in my veins, even if his isn't in mine. I or even if mine isn't in his. Bitch, I like to fell out. I said, take all my tears. Take them. Well, take half of them. They took them all at the end of the episode, girl. I was sitting here like, why am I like, goddamn? It shouldn't even hit me this hard. Like, no. Okay, so she was like, basically, you gonna keep Blue for now. You won't got nothing to do with me, but you have to keep on seeing him. He said, bitch, of course I am. She was like, he said, where you gonna go? I'm gonna go to DC with my mom. You can tell people that I got sick and I have to go away for a few days or whatever, and we'll just let that shit rock from there. I said, okay. I was just thankful that Ralph, was like, he gonna keep it calm, cool, collected, and he gonna still be there for Blue. Cause if he would have deserted him, I would have looked at him like, we finna get a divorce, okay? Because this, you don't do that. That is an innocent child. Next thing you know, we see this scene with Charley. Charley sits down with Jacob. Budo, bitch. Okay? Eating boudin in the parking lot. Bring cheese. I don't know why I thought of that, but it just made me the Creole, the French. It just, anyways, Louisiana. Moving the fuck on, country ass motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I love y'all. I had to go down. Who lives in New Orleans? Okay, because I need to come down there. Y'all need to get me fucked up. Y'all need to just show me around. Y'all need to just make my life happen down there. Okay, but anyway, woo, off topic. Let's get back on. Charley sat down with Jacob and basically was like, "This what Mama said. I'm finna act within acting." She said, "Bitch, let me tell you something. So I just want to come to you and tell you that." I had to apologize for the way that I acted the last time that we met. I was a little bit arrogant, cocky about things, and I actually had time to think things through. And I'm gonna take you up on that offer, bitch. And I said, okay, what the fuck? She said I was alone with her at this moment because I knew where she was going, but she threw me off a little bit when she said, so what we're gonna do is ain't gonna be no partnership because he was like, okay, we're gonna do this partnership. She was like, and he was like, without people knowing that we in a partnership. And I was like, well, let me tell you something. Ain't no partnership. Why don't you just buy my meal? She was like, wait a minute, you spent all this time trying to make this meal. Then you want me to buy it, sell it? It was like, listen, we're going to do this. We're going to do it my way. Okay. I said, okay, come through, Janet, control, and it was like, listen, bitch. So I'm going to be there doing the day-to-day stuff. My name's still going to be out there as the face and everything. And, you're going to be doing whatever else you do. I said, in a way, I mean, she played it so well because at one point I was thinking like, bitch, excuse me, are you for real or is this part of the plan? And then all of a sudden, he was like, I got another way to that plan or something, another thing that we can do. Next thing you know, they grabbed me hands and stuff. I said, let go. That disturbed me. Okay, it just made me think of on Underground. May it rest in peace. When Sting was up there, fucking around with the master, slave master, whatever, having all them kids, and really was just fucking him over, trying to get her way. And then, when she was training old girl to do the same thing, how she get her shit from these niggas, bitch. Okay, I said, so what you finna do, Charley? All right, you finna literally get in bed with the devil, like Remy said. You better not fuck that man, girl. You better not fuck that man. If you do, you better cut his dick off. Anyway, you better fuck all his shit up. But, you know, Ralph goes over there to get Blue. Blue was having this little conversation, like, he didn't know where he was at. He was like, I was in Harvest, buddy. I was out there in the field and stuff. He was like, oh, Blue knows something is off. And so at this point, Ralph goes into this monologue about how Blue got his name. And by the end of it, he was like, because I wanted to give you some. Because he was like, at first they was going to name him after different people in the family. And he was like, but then I'm thinking about my Aunt Violet. And she was telling me how one of her classmates was telling her how this crayon is just like her name. And she a color and all this shit. And, that's when I thought I wanted to name you something that was different. That not too many people have. And all this. And, I decided on Blue because blue is pure. Blue is the sky. It rhymes with my mama's name, true. I said, he said, blue is the ocean. The ocean is blue. The sky is blue. It's pure, just like you, son. I'm gonna miss this show. And then it went off. I said, don't cry for me, Argentina. It was just a lot. It was just a lot. Y'all tell me how this whole season was for you guys. And I will see you guys later, okay? I'm so backed up. I got home late and I got 3 more reviews to do. Okay. I will see y'all later. Peace.